Well, hello, Zentangle friends. This is Nancy Domnauer, certified Zentangle teacher in California. And today I'd like to share a little bit about a pattern called Fife, Flower of Life, and so that you can get to know it a little better. Let me write down the name here. It's a headquarters pattern that people really love. It's called Fife. It's a Zentangle headquarters pattern. By Molly Hollabaugh. And it stands for Flower of Life. And it's a dot grid based pattern. So I'll take you through the steps of getting it going on your tile. As we know, the first step in the Zentangle method is gratitude and appreciation for our fine materials, for our time together, our Zentangle practices. So here we go. I'm just going to put down some corner dots in my pencil, nice and light, and then a border. And then we usually do a string. A lot of times it's like the letter Z, but whatever you do is fine. And then we tangle, and that's the part that's the focus for now. So you can find your micron pen. And as I said, this is a dot grid pattern, which means we're going to establish it by first laying down a series of rows and columns of dots to make a grid. So let's just say I'm going, and there's no up or down in Zentangle, so let's just say I'm going to pick this section. I'm going to make a row of tiny orbs or dots in rows and columns. So here I go. Row, the next row would be down here, and work my way across. Lots of patterns are built with these dot grids. The one we're doing today is shown here, and that's Fife. But there's also dot grids such as Huggins or Cadent. So people love these patterns. So it all involves putting down these tiny orbs and then using the seed shape like this. Seed shape, which is based on the C curve. So I'm just going to work my way down this column, repeating, and taking it always out to the edge of the section. And remembering to breathe and smile and enjoy the process. This paper is 100% cotton paper, and this pen they work together very nicely. Okay, so I like to work in columns, and then I rotate my tile, and there's the columns again. You can add sparkle gap, which means you lift your pen up and leave a little interest right there. Do you see what I did? Such a beautiful pattern. It's kind of a high focus pattern. That's why I'm making this video, so that if you need to practice it, you can see how it's done. Rotate my tile, bring it out to the edge. Okay, that alone is a beautiful pattern, but there's more. We're going to go now on a diagonal, connecting those dots with the same seed shape, the rice shape. You could start from the upper left or the upper right. It doesn't matter where you start, but it is a diagonal. Adding some sparkle gap even on the diagonals. And I can rotate my tile so I can do the diagonal over here. And then check it. Yes, I think I got them all in. And then the last step is to take another diagonal, but draw it Hollabaugh style, meaning it's going to go behind. So here's my little set of 4. Let me ink in these orbs so you can see where we're focusing and concentrating. You know, as I said, it's a high focus. Okay, so there it is. I'm going to go Hollabaugh style with that seed shape, stopping when I approach that first diagonal, and then that's how you finish it off. And then do it for each and every section here. And then it's starting to come together. It's such a beautiful one. Adding sparkle gap when I want. Rotating my tile so I can approach it from all the different sides. Here's a couple more. Need to do that. And you know, if you want, you can ink in all these little orbs. Isn't that nice? It looks so complex, but with the Zentangle approach, we do it one step at a time, and lo and behold, you have this beautiful pattern right before you. And would you like to see it shaded? Probably yes, right? Okay. So there it is. Gorgeous. Love it. Beautiful. Get out my pencil. And, you know, there's lots of ways to shade it. You can, like where all these petals, so to speak, come together right around this center dot, you can put some graphite with your pencil. Each and every one. I don't have to do all of them because my tortillon will hold the graphite. You'll see that in a moment. Did you see that up there? I did. There's like a little petal that needs to come in there. Okay, so now I'm going to get out my tortillon and swirl it around. Push the graphite into the cotton paper. So shading is like, and they say in the Zentangle primer book, we've baked the cake and now we're frosting it, we're icing it, we're adding just a touch of color to enhance the pattern, right? The pattern's beautiful in black and white, but we're going to add a third color with the gray. So I hope you've enjoyed this little video getting to know Fife, and you can shade it in many other ways too, but that's a simple way that I just showed. If you have any questions, I just put my information right there. I have lots of classes. I've got a newsletter. If you haven't yet subscribed, you're welcome to do that. And whoops, have fun with Fife. All right, thank you so much and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Happy tangling. I guess we'll close it off with some sample tiles I've made with Fife in it. Look at that. Here's one with it inked in the background. That's really a neat looking effect. Here's a tile in progress. Here's a rectangle Fife tile. Here's one with like a blue ink. It's a different look. And here's that one I showed at the beginning. So hope you have fun. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I really wish you happy tangling. Thank you.